we had list couple idioms
Yeah,
that
we have several lists.
we think that these idioms are very valuable for everybody to spice up your speaking in a conversation.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome to English In, the English learning channel that is dedicated to taking you beyond the classroom and immersing you in the vivid tapestry of real English usage. At English In, we firmly believe that learning English with fun and natural is the key to building confidence and acquiring language skills faster. So without further ado, let's dive into English and...
Break the ice.
Alright,
Let's
I'm
do
Jazz.
it. Okay. I'm
your host.
Fatma.
I'm joined here in the virtual studio with the one, the only Fatma. How is it
Hi.
going, Fatma?
Life is good here. I hope so over there.
Great.
Okay. You are always great. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so today we are going to learn about idiom. Is it right?
I think you've just said before, to break the ice. Anyway, what does it mean to break the ice?
To break the ice means to start conversation, so we will not be numb, okay?
Yeah.
To start, to start a topic of discussion, something like that.
Exactly.
Okay. So what is idiom actually?
Idiom. Well, if you talk about conversation, idiom is it's kind of a phrase or expression.
Yep.
Whose meaning is not predictable from the usual meaning of its individual word. Sometimes if you separate the words, it may differently.
Okay.
And idioms often carry a cultural or a contextual significance that goes beyond the literal interpretation of the word. Yeah, is that? Yeah. What do you think? Can you make it simple?
Well, I
what
think
idiom is.
Yeah, I agree with you. I go along with you. But to make it simple, maybe an idiom is that an expression that the meaning cannot be understood by the literal meaning of its separate words. Yeah, because idiom always combine more than one word. What makes it different from phrasal verb is that phrasal verb, as we mentioned previously, is a verb combined with preposition or with adverb. But an idiom, it can be verb with noun or noun with noun.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Most definitely. I
And,
think that is completely
why
right.
actually we need to learn idiom? Why? Why do you think we need to learn an idiom, Jess?
Learning idiom, I like to compare to eating food, for example. So if you add like seasoning to your food, like if you add something new to your conversation, then your conversation sounds more natural. Right? Think about food. If you add seasoning, you add salt, you add sugar on it, then it tastes more delicious. Is that right?
Yep, exactly. So it's to express something more smoothly and politely, of course. We are going to have an example of why idiom can be used to express something more politely instead of the literal word. And also, it is going to improve our language skill.
Exactly. But Fatma, adding too much ingredient, adding too much ingredient or adding too much seasoning to your food will ruin the taste of the food, right?
I see. It will ruin the origin taste of the food.
Yep. So the same thing when in a conversation and then you use too many idiomatic expressions, then you may sound weird in some case, right?
Yep. I agree.
As a caveat for everybody, make sure that when you use an idiom, make sure that your partner, someone who you talk with, understands. So your idiom is intelligible in this case.
Yep. So make sure that our audience have got mutual understanding. If not, you can explain the meaning of the medium that you use. So instead of speaking on your own way, you can help your audience to understand what you are saying by explaining the idiom you use in your sentence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
All
I
right.
think it's let's go jump right in.
Okay.
And
So jump
then
right in.
yeah, we had list couple idioms
Yeah,
that
we have several lists.
we think that these idioms are very valuable for everybody to
Mm-hmm.
spice up your speaking in a conversation.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Let's get started.
All right. The first list we've got break a leg. Break a leg.
Okay,
What is that?
to break a leg. Literally, it means like to break
Mm-hmm.
someone's leg, but it doesn't mean to break
Okay.
someone's leg, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To break
It
leg.
means it means that we wish somebody good luck.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah. So usually when you have or your friends want to do something good, for example, you wish them good luck. You say, "Okay, good luck." Now you can use an alternative to say good luck by using break a leg. For
Yeah.
example, can you give us the example, Jess?
Okay, for example, you're gonna do a great job in the field today. Break a
Okay.
leg. Okay, so
Oh,
when you have
thank
a
you.
friend, then your friend is going to have an interview, job
Mm,
interview. You can say like break a leg, which means you
okay.
wish him good luck, especially
Okay.
before performance or important event. Do you have any example?
My example, I heard that you apply scholarship. Break a leg. I wish you
Yeah.
fortune.
Yes, perfect.
All right. Next list.
But Fatma, before we
Yeah.
go forward, there is what do we call like this?
What is that?
Finger
Cross
cross.
finger? Oh, finger cross.
Yeah,
Okay.
is that also has the same meaning as good luck? Yeah, finger cross.
Yeah. Sometimes when people say something by using their gesture, they just what's that? Cross their finger.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I have
Okay.
my finger crossed for you. Means
okay.
that
Okay.
we
Okay.
wish you luck.
Okay. And we are going.
Okay.
And I hope that I can follow your way, so
Oh,
our path will cross. So we
okay.
will have the same luck. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Next.
The next Fatma, this idiom is used in informal way to say
Uh-huh.
going to bed. Can you guess what
Going
it
to
is?
bed. All right. So before we sleep, for example.
Yeah, what
Yep.
it is? The idiom, the idiomatic expression you
Oh,
can
I
use.
see. If I'm
Okay,
not
guess.
mistaken, it
hmm
is hit the hay. Hit the hay.
Oh, all right, that's true. To hit the hay.
Okay.
What does
Hit
it
the
mean to hit
hay.
the hay?
Hit the hay means we are going to go to bed.
hmm
We are going to sleep means to hit the hay. For example, please don't call me at 9 because I usually hit the hay at 9 p.m.
Yeah. The literal meaning can be like the hay.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of a game called
Okay.
Heyday. So there's a
Oh, I
game that I
see.
used to play a long time ago. It's
Mm-hmm.
Heyday. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically a farmer, right?
Okay.
So the hay is the grass.
All right.
So when we hit the hay means go to bed.
Okay.
It's too
Okay.
exhausting today. For example, I've done a
Mm-hmm.
lot of job today, and I felt so much tired. Then it's time to hit the hay.
Hit the hay. So
Good
guys, instead
night.
of going to go to bed now, you can use hit the hay.
Hit the hay.
All right. Next. Next.
Okay.
This is a bit
Next.
radical.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we have bite the bullet. Bite the bullet.
Okay.
Don't
Bite the
imagine
bullet.
that this is literal meaning means you eat the bullet. No, it's literally different. Okay, totally different. All right. So when we say bite the bullet, it means that we
Mm-mm.
encourage, we motivate other people to what's that? To face the difficulties that they have and make sure that they can do it. Okay.
Yeah. Which
Yep.
means to endure a painful or difficult situation with
Yes.
courage. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Can
We
you make an
want to.
example to bite
Well,
the bullet?
okay. When life is not easy, sometimes we need to bite the bullet. Okay, because we don't have any option, so just bite the bullet. All right.
Yeah.
What is your example?
I know the exam is tough, but you just
Mm-hmm.
have to bite the bullet and do your
Okay.
best. To bite the
Okay.
bullet means okay. That's the bullets. I think about the bullets in your mouth, and then you're biting the bullet.
You you have to face it. Okay.
Okay. Talking about biting something, there's if I'm not mistaken, an idiom as well. Bite your tongue, but it has different meaning. To bite your tongue
Okay.
means to, what is it? To completely shut our mouth up. To bite your tongue.
Don't tell this to somebody else. Okay, you have to
Yes,
bite your tongue.
just bite your tongue.
Okay, this
It's a
is secret.
secret.
Yep. All right. Next.
Okay. The next we have here is cause an arm and a leg. So, cause an arm and a leg. It's the meaning is to be extremely costly.
Okay.
This is usually used
Expensive.
and to describe something very expensive. Yeah,
Okay.
costly.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an example here. For example,
Okay,
living
what
in the
is that?
city can be great, but rent for apartments here can cost an arm and leg.
Oh
So
yes,
to cost an arm and
exactly.
leg, it's completely price is completely crazy and it's really expensive.
We need
What?
a lot of money.
Yeah. What do you have with that
Oh,
idiom?
my idiom. Just Hermes. How to say that one? Hermes. One of the luxurious brand. How to say that, Jess?
I'm not a kind of brand person, so
But just let's imagine, okay?
okay, okay, okay.
Hermes. Yeah, that's what
Hermes.
I mean. Okay,
Yeah.
Hermes. Okay, Hermes. Hermes is one of my dream bag, but I cannot afford it now because it costs an arm and leg.
Yeah. We cannot afford it yet, so just add
Yeah,
yet.
later on. Okay, later on we can afford it. I hope so.
Hope so. All right.
All right. What else break an arm and leg? Buying
Arm and
luxurious
leg.
house.
Yeah. For example, like getting my car repaired is going to cost an arm and a leg. I
Because
wasn't
your car
expecting
is
that to be expensive. Yeah.
because your car is supercar.
Yeah, supercar.
Yeah.
So think about arm and leg. These, parts of body are extremely valuable. It's a gift from God. So if you don't have those four, if you're
Oh,
armless
I
or if you have
see.
legless,
Yeah, I
if you're
see.
armless and legless,
Uh-huh.
then you cannot do anything. So it costs arm
Yeah.
and leg means okay, this is really extremely expensive.
Expensive. Yes, exactly. All right. Next, we have
Okay.
kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket. What does it mean
Kick
to
the
kick the
bucket.
bucket?
Kick the bucket means, oh, this is what I mentioned previously. When you use idiom, you can use it to say something more politely. Okay, kick
Yeah.
the bucket actually pass away or die. Okay,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's little bit rude when we use the word die.
Yeah.
Especially to express something when it is to show someone that we respect more, and
Yeah.
yeah, it is
To express
impolite to say
condolence.
yeah to it is a little bit what impolite to use die. Okay,
Yeah.
so instead of use die, we can use what's that, kick the bucket.
Yeah.
Okay,
To kick
what
the
is the
bucket.
example?
For example, I hope to travel the world before I kick the bucket.
Okay,
So before I
my
die,
example.
I hope I can enjoy the world and explore the world. So before I kick the bucket.
All right. So, in line
What do
with
you
your
have?
example, I think each of us need to live our life to the fullest because we never know when we will kick the bucket.
Yes, exactly. And I will
Yep.
use a nice word there.
What's that?
To the fullest.
Oh,
What does
living
it
a life to
mean?
the fullest
Yes, to live a life to the
means
fullest.
yeah, let's make our life happy. Let's do our best in our life so we will not regret.
Exactly. Yeah, to kick the bucket.
To kick the bucket. Don't
Yeah.
kick the bucket, please.
No.
Don't kick the bucket. Okay, we still have time. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Bucket. The literal meaning can. What is bucket?
Bucket something
It's
to, what's that? To accommodate water.
yeah. It's a container with handle, right?
Yep,
It's
yep, yep.
usually to carry or hold liquids or sand.
Yep,
It's a
yep.
bucket.
But we can also use a bucket of flour.
Ah, bucket of flour. Okay.
Yes. Next,
Okay. The
what do we
next
have?
one we have here, to burn the midnight oil.
To burn the midnight oil. What does it mean?
Yeah, think about oil and then you're burning in the midnight. So it is to put an extra effort or working late
Okay.
hours. For example, if
Okay.
you're doing a lot with the deadline, so you're actually burning the midnight oil. Okay, for
Okay.
example, I have a deadline tomorrow, so I'll be burning the midnight oil to finish this project.
I think
So
you
burning the
always
midnight.
I think you always burn the midnight oil.
It's part of the job and responsibility. I was in charge in a lot of things, so
I know.
I burned the midnight oil.
I know, and I feel you. I used to burn the midnight oil, but I cannot do it anymore.
Yeah, you used to be.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
because to my personal health issue.
Yeah.
So I don't burn the midnight oil anymore.
Exactly.
All right, next.
What do you
I
What do you
think
have?
the audience already familiar with this idiom. This
Yeah.
is a piece of cake. I think a lot of people use this in daily life. Piece of cake. What does it mean, Jess?
It's a piece of cake.
Piece
Think
of
about
cake.
think about cake, and it's a piece of cake where the cake crumbles. So it's actually referring to something very easy to do.
Okay.
So when it's something is easy to do, it's a piece of cake.
Yep.
Yeah,
Something
it's
to
effortless.
effortlessly. You do it effortlessly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my example is
What?
speaking can be a piece of cake for somebody else, but for me this is a huge thing. I need to learn and learn, but yeah, some people maybe consider it as a piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
What makes you what things that makes it a piece of cake to you, Jess?
Can you rephrase the question?
What things that considered to be a piece of cake for you?
What things to be considered a piece of cake to me? I think it's mindset. I think
Okay.
because it depends on how you think about something. If you think
Okay.
the problem is huge or big, that you're not ready to face,
Okay.
even a piece of cake thing can be such a serious problem.
Yep.
But
Yep.
to make it a piece of cake, I think you have to think like, okay, I have faced a lot of problems before in my life, and I successfully did that. So when I face a similar problem right now, there's no way that I go back and surrender.
Yeah. Because you experience it many times, so this is going to be a piece of cake for you.
Piece of cake.
All right, next.
Okay. The one, another one we have here, to cry over spilled milk.
To cry.
To cry over spilled
the
milk.
spilled milk.
So when you have your milk spilled and you cry over, what does it mean to
Okay.
cry over spilled milk?
Means we regret on something that happened in the past. Or actually we want to encourage people. Yeah, it is okay. It's already happened, but don't dwell on it. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what we
don't dwell on
want to
it.
say when we say don't cry over the spilled milk. Do you have another example?
Okay. For example, I made a mistake, but there's no sense crying over a spilled milk.
Yes.
Let's focus on finding solution.
Okay. Such an optimistic person. Yeah. Me too. I know that I missed many things in my life. I made a lot of mistakes, but there is no way to cry over the spilled milk.
Spilled milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We may have done wrong probably because
Yeah.
we're human, but as long as we're aware and
Yes.
we want to do better for the next
Yep. We
day,
can learn from the past.
We can learn from the past and not to dwell on the past, right?
Yeah.
Dwelling on the past can be really, really mentally anguishing. I said that before.
It can ruin our today and our
Yes.
future as well.
Exactly. So don't cry over spilled
The
milk.
spilled milk. Okay.
And guys, we have used several idioms, and as you can see that while using those idioms, as you can say, me, Fatma, when using those words, sometimes we stumble over because we're not used
Yeah.
sometimes to use that. So using these idioms isn't doesn't have to be overwhelming, right? It should be something easy. You don't have to think about those idioms. What okay? For example, you think what is the best idiom for this situation? No, just make it come naturally.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
say, Fatma?
Yes, I guess when we keep thinking about what is the right idiom for this situation, you are not going to express what you mean, what you want to deliver to your audience. So yeah, just let's try to keep it natural, and maybe to keep it to make you more natural using the list of the idiom. Yeah, maybe before you use it in real life, you use it to communicate with others, just like what Jazz ever suggests us that we can use this idiom speaking by ourselves in front of the camera, in front of the mirror, and record ourselves when we are speaking. So it's going to make us more natural when we use it in real life.
Yes, exactly. That's really a good piece of advice.
Yeah, I already practice your advice. Usually, I only speak to myself in front of the
Mm-hmm.
mirror, but now I try to record myself when I am speaking, and it works. Thank you, Jess.
Okay, that's awesome.
All right. So, what can we wrap up today?
Okay. Remember, I try to recall one more time that using these idioms or any idiomatic expressions, it's really related to a context. It depends on what context it is. You cannot say early in the morning and then you just say to your buddy, or friend, like, okay, break a leg. Who doesn't want to break leg? So make sure that it's in proper context, right?
Okay. Yep.
And using them too many times, too often may if you think about the food, may ruin the taste of the food
Yep.
itself. Yeah.
May ruin the origin taste of the food. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes.
what do you say, Fatma, before we end?
Yeah, I guess guys, we have already what's that share with you several lists of idiom that we use that we can use in everyday life, and I believe that each and every one of you also has an idiom, so you can put or write down or shout out your idiom that you have in your mind in our comment,
Yes.
so we can
Okay.
also learn from the idiomatic that you have. Okay.
Okay. Exactly. Okay, guys, as we wrap up today's episode of English In, we hope you have enjoyed this journey with us. And before we go, leave us your thoughts and comments below. We'd love to hear from you using these
Exactly.
idioms, as Fatma said before, or even drop another comment because in every week we'll give you a shout out in our next episode. Thank you for joining us. 1, 2, 3.
Hee
Yeehaw.
ha. Bye.
Bye.